I'm Wolf from Healing Wolf Coaching, here to walk with you on the journey of recovery. Let's take a deep breath this twilight together. Then exhale the day. Slow exhale, squeezing all the air out. Recovery from anxiety or chronic pain is a lot like seeing a concert of a band you hate. I had a previous life as a musician, so I was out on the road a lot. I played countless shows, hundreds, thousands of shows with bands, and sometimes the band would be on stage before me, would be playing songs that I didn't really resonate with. How did I deal with it? Hurt my ears, didn't feel good, but I knew it wouldn't harm me. Okay, so that's the first principle of going to this recovery concert with chronic pain sensations or anxiety sensations, panic sensations. They won't hurt you. You can listen to this band. You can listen to the songs they're playing. You don't have to like the songs, but try to find something interesting about the songs. Get curious about this concert or the band. Maybe the drummer has a really cool look and she's playing, and as she's playing, her hair is whipping and you watch her hair dance in the air. Maybe the bass player is playing a line that even though you don't like the song, you don't like the band, but the bass player's got some skill. So pay attention to his skill. Pay attention to what's happening with your sensations with an attitude of detachment. You're just in the audience. You might not like them, but you're in the audience. There's no way for you to force yourself on stage. That would be like a surgical approach or bombarding your sensations with some medication, which those of us on the journey with mind-body syndrome, neuroplastic pain, TMS, already know is not going to work. So instead, find something fascinating about this band. Find a way to stay engaged. What does that look like? It's like somatic tracking. It's like watching the band. You're just watching the band. You're watching the band, you're breathing, you're noticing your breath, you're noticing the band. Maybe the band screws up. The guitar player misses a riff, and that's interesting too. That's evidence. So when your chronic pain messes up, you might have an afternoon where it forgets to show up, or it's different. It moves around, just like sound, just like a concert. Some songs are going to be different songs. For those of you with the symptom imperative, as Dr. Sarno called it, or just a sensation switch, as I call it, where a sensation, you might have a sensation in your lower back and then it's in your foot, or you might have gastric sensations when you had anxiety before. Some people, it's pretty normal, pretty common on this journey, go from having chronic pain to having anxiety. And those are all signs that this is a brain thing. This is unconscious mind trying to protect you. So find a way to enjoy the concert, even if you hate the band. Even if you hate the band, you want the band to get off stage. The quickest way to get them off stage is to pay really close attention to them in a way that's lighthearted. That's like, hey, I'm going to just let them play their songs. And some of the songs might not be great. They might be songs that you really cringe at, but let the songs play. And as the band continues to play their set, you might also notice that sometimes those songs can be louder. Those songs can be more intense, some of the songs. Allow that. Allow that to happen. Allow it to move. I was listening to a podcast earlier with a pain expert talking about a physician, talking about how the pain journey is like the stock market, like the S&P 500. He said it goes up and down, but over time continues up. And that's the way a nonlinear journey is. So let the concert play. And as it plays, you may feel this urge to complain. Complain about the band. Complain about how your ears don't like the band. You don't like these songs. The lyrics suck. The guitar player is not of a level that you want to hear. So what? So what? Who cares? You're there. You're at the show. Make the best of the show, because we're on it. We're in it. It's a concert of recovery. And towards the end of the show, guess what happens? Things get quieter between the songs. Things get quieter. Finally, the band leaves the stage. Okay, the band takes off. They go backstage. What usually happens then? We get what's called in psychology an extinction burst. In a concert situation, this is called the encore. This is what lets you know you're close to the end. And you might get multiple encores, especially if you don't like the band. The more you dislike the band, the longer they're going to play and the harder they're going to play, because they're going to feel that you don't like them. And they're going to try harder to protect you. Get it? Unconscious mind is wanting to protect you with these sensations. So it's going to give you more anxiety if you don't like the anxiety, if you judge the anxiety, if you hate it, if you fear it. Same with the pain sensations. They can last and last if you feed them with anger, fear, frustration, all this kind of stuff. So enjoy the show, even if you hate the band. It's a recovery concert. You're recovering. You're in it. You're there. You bought the ticket somehow. None of us wanted to buy the ticket. None of us wanted to pay for that ticket. But we're at the show, all right? So as a musician, I remember shows like that. And my mind would go to, what can I like about this concert? What can I like about this band? Because if I hated the band, it would seem like the show would go on forever. But if I really paid attention to that cello player who sounded amazing, even though the drummer and the electric guitarist were drowning her out, if I paid attention to her and watched her face, her passion, getting really into the details. And that's like somatic tracking. What does the sensation look like? What does it feel like? How does it move around? With no judgment, except just interest, curiosity. Allow it to play out. I hope you like this. It occurred to me, I was listening to music, and it occurred to me that sometimes some songs just aren't satisfying. I'm not enjoying some part of the song, even if there's a lot of good in the song. And I encourage you to find some good in this journey. Maybe it's getting you to be more mindful of your breath, or allowing you to appreciate life in different ways, so that when you are feeling better, life expands in a way that it hasn't before. You know what it feels like to hear great music when you hear great music. And that's equivalent to having a wonderful meditation, or having an experience in nature where your sensations, they aren't able to be heard, right? Maybe they're even still playing, but you're so focused on this experience you're having, you're so present with it, that those sensations can't even be heard. That's another technique you can use. If you're really hating the band, you could always focus on your own breath, on a song in your head, allow your mind to wander a little. But I encourage you to stay at the concert, because eventually the concert's gonna end. The pain journey's gonna end, the anxiety journey, gastritis, you name it. All these sensations, there's a long list on my website at healingwolfcoaching.com. And a lot of that list, some of it is more geared towards life situations, but most of it are habit-based, they're sensation-based, and they're things that my clients want to fade out. So I work to fade them out with them, to find the strategies we need to get them to move along. And that's what I'm doing here with you. So please subscribe, please give me a thumbs up and a heart, and whatever else is there. Shoot me a comment. Let me know about your concert. Let me know what you're paying attention to with appreciation, with curiosity on your own journey. Because that's the way out of the concert. That's the way to make the concert go quicker. You know the concert's going to end because it's a concert. Because the songs, you may not like the songs, but the band's going to get tired after a while. Especially if you allow them to play all their songs, they're going to want to step away from the stage at some point. And yes, you may get extinction burst. A lot of folks do, or you may not. The band might just be tired and go back to their tour van and drive away. And won't that be a beautiful day, a beautiful night when they fire it up and drive away? So that's what we're dealing with. I hope you love this metaphor. I love it as a musician because it's a great way to look at it, right? I think. So have a beautiful night. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in the next video.